Hello, it's Sally here at Dotty B. Welcome to my channel. And today I'm going to be working on my project, my Huswif or housewife or sewing roll, part of the Roxy's Journal of Stitchery projects, volume 5, I think we're at. So in my last video, I was choosing fabrics and cutting them out and everything, and trying to work out, I had a drawing somewhere, here we go, of how I wanted it to be. So from there, I've chosen all my fabrics, and I just want to show you what I've done on the outside first of all. This is my gorgeous fabric that I've got, and very vintage. It's quite old, and I was talking about canthor stitching it, but wasn't too sure. And a couple of people commented don't do it and whatnot, so I've had to think about it and I've come to a compromise. I hope you can see this, because what I've done is I've these are called, they're just a little bunch, a tiny bunch of satin stitch made into a little kind of like bob. It's a little bit different to I suppose, like if you thought about a French knot, but it's more as a group of satin stitches made into a bobble. So I got this idea from a lady called Jude Hill on YouTube. I've watched all her videos, and she calls them thread beads, which I thought was absolutely lovely. So I've covered my fabric in thread beads. I've got peach and green. I don't know, I'm hoping you can see them, that the camera's picking this up. So there's some peach, I've got a line of peach, and then a line of green, peach green. So it's gone all the way across the fabric. I just picked out 2 of the colours that were already in the fabric. And then what I did was, if I just pop this down and get my ruler, I think I spaced them 1 inch apart and then staggered them. So let me, if I get my pencil, what I did was I did a row of peach 1 inch apart. Sorry, these aren't 1 inch apart. And then the next ones I did a green, but I kind of went into the middle of them. So they were like that, and then the peach goes back like that. So that's the pattern of them. And then like that. So I've gone all the way over with that, and the text, when you run your hand over it, the texture of all the little bobbles is lovely. So I thought that was a compromise of not doing canthor stitch, because I didn't want, I don't know, this fabric is so lovely on its own, but I wanted a quilty feel. So it's kind of, because I've got my batting wadding in between, and I wanted kind of like a quilty feel. So I think I've kind of compromised, and I couldn't be more pleased with it. So I just, when you run your hand across it, you can just feel all the little bobbles and everything. So yeah, really happy with how that's turned out. So that's my outer, virtually completed, I think. I'm not sure. I don't know whether I'm going to add any other decoration to it or not. I don't know. It could all change. I'm not sure yet, but I have been concentrating on the inside. So I've pinned down my backing fabrics that I'm going to use, and again, do I canthor, do I not canthor? I don't know. I haven't at the moment. I don't want to do this one, and I don't think I want to do this one, but I might do this one, because I think this one lends itself to a quilty feel. So I think I might just canthor stitch that one when the time comes, but not sure yet. We'll see. So pockets and other bits and pieces that I'm going to add on, because that's my little needle pin cushion. Ooh, I keep forgetting what it's called. I don't know why. I've just made a needle case. Maybe that's what it was, but that's my excuse this time. I don't know what it was last time, but my pin cushion. It's going to go there. I have, last time I didn't have any elastic. I've now found my elastic, not much, and it's a bit of a vintage piece that I found tucked away somewhere. So I've done that, and I've gone a little bit over, and I'll tell you why in a bit. That's my pocket that I'm going to put down there, my pocket that's going to be ruched a little bit, and I cut that 1.5 times the width, just to get a bit of ruching in. Don't want too much, but just a little bit. That's my top pocket, that's my middle pocket. And then this is my template for my pincushion. So I was having a look at all the vintage ones online, and there was one that was kind of like shaped like a heart, and it got loads and loads of them. It had lots, and I think they were made of felt, and I think they may have been, I don't know whether they were crocheted on the outside or whether they were blanket stitched. I can't remember. I'm going to blanket stitch mine, I think, in a contrasting colour, because I don't really do crochet. Although I suppose I could do a trim, but no, I'm going to just blanket stitch, I think, mine. So I've made my template for just two kind of heart shapes. I'll show you how I did it. I'll just get a piece of paper. Right, so I got a piece of paper and cut out. I just did a kind of like a half heart shape. Oh, they're not my paper scissors, right? Paper scissors. Yeah. So fold it into a quarter. Is that right? Yeah. So yeah, folded it like that, and then did kind of like a quarter heart. Like that. Then, so you've got your first piece, and then to get the smaller one, you just open it out, fold it that way, and then this one here, is it this one? Yes. You kind of just go inside what you've already done, but don't keep that the same. So then when you fold it out, it's a bit like a butterfly, and then you've got that. I'm just thinking I like that one better now. So that's how I did it anyway. So you've got kind of like a butterfly shape, and then I've been having a look at felts. I've got some felts here. I've got that one, which I quite like. I've got a peach. I didn't know whether to go peachy. I've got a white, which is too white. Oh, I've got a cream. So those are my three choices of felt for my needle book. So I'm not sure which I'm going to use. Probably not the peach. One of those, cream or like a beige. I think that one. I think the cream. I can do it in cream, I think. So if should we do that now? Let me just pop that out of the way a moment. Got a little end bit there going, that will do. So which one, I've got to decide which one I like now, don't I? I like the second one that I did. I'm going to go for that one. So snip that off, move those out of the way. Okay, and I'm going to, I think, do the same as what I've done to actually get the template. So half it, and then I quartered it, didn't I? I'm going to get my scissors through the whole of that. Shall we try and see? I can always trim it if it's not quite right, but I don't want to draw on this because it'll probably be seen. Okie dokie, so that's the first part, and then we do that for the second part. So that and that and that. Oops. So just take that away this time. Oh, that's not right. Okay, I might just need to, let's see how that looks. There we go. Just going to neaten it up a little bit. I've got a couple of once I do the blanket stitch, then it'll be fine. You won't see that. So there we go. Let me just move this back down, and it's going to go there. So once all this is gone, this has been edged and everything, and I've got my bias binding. I don't know. It's not bias binding because I'm going over just going over it. So, but the binding. So when that's done, then it can go fairly close to the edge, but somewhere like that. So that's going to go there. That's my needle book. So that's that done. Let's move those out of the way. They're all finished with. And I'm going to try my hand at this ruched pocket. So, like I say, it was 1.5 width. And then what I've done, because I don't need to do anything to this bottom bit, because I'm going to go over like that, and that's how that's going to get attached. Well, it's going to be ruched at the bottom as well, but then it will go over like that, and then I will sew across there. So I don't need to do anything with that edge. That's what I'm saying. This top edge, the top of my pocket, all I've done is I've double folded it. So I've gone over once and then over again. So about 1/2 inch, and that's just enough to put in the elastic and also fit a safety pin through, because I'm hoping if I do that, oh no, first of all, what I want to do is just draw on this piece of elastic. I've cut it a little bit wider, but what I want to do is just draw on where the width of the sewing roll, the Huswif, so I know how wide the pocket's going to be. So if I connect, okay, I've not tried this. I'm sure I can't see why it wouldn't work, but let's have a go, get it through. So it's got to go through that little pocket. I think I need to do it at the end, don't I? Not halfway down. Let's try again. That will be better. Right, so through the pocket it goes. Yeah. I just can hear tapping, and I'm thinking, what is it raining outside? Because I'm sat right next to the window. It's not. It's me moving the table, and it's tapping against the window. Oh dear. Never mind. Right. Oops. Oh dear. Let's try that again. Pay attention, Sally, this time. Right. Should probably knot it or put something there to stop it from going all the way through. I'm also not sure how I'm going to actually secure it, but I'm hoping right, I'm nearly at the end of this side, so I don't want it to right. Okay, we're through. Right. So I'm going to put a stitch in that just so that it doesn't go all the way through. So I'm lining up the end of my fabric pocket with the mark that I've just made, and from the inside, in fact, I'll put my knot. I'm going to put my knot in there, so that's hidden. I'm just going to do a little stitch just so that holds this end. Anything I do at the very sides won't get shown because I'm going to have the bindings going going over the side as well. So this stitch will be hidden, but I think I'm going to have to stitch all the way along anyway, because I don't want the pocket, I want the pocket ruching to be static and not sliding along the elastic. Does that make sense? There's probably a technical term for it, I don't know, but I'm going along. As I'm going along, it's all a process, isn't it? Oh, these scissors are rubbish. Right, so that's that side, and I'm going to do the same this side. If it's not right, I can undo it, can't I? And start again. Right, so let's put the knot inside this fabric. And again, just do a stitch. I've got the end of my, can you see the marking? And then I'm just going to make sure it doesn't move. Apologies if you can hear background noise. I've got no door on my room, on my craft room. It's an archway, and we're quite open planned here, so you can hear all of the family life going on behind me. Nothing I can do about it, I'm afraid. Right, that's that one. There we go. So that's my little pocket. Oh, look at that. That's quite good, isn't it? So when that, yeah, that's how it's going to look. And then it's going to also have a little bit of ruching here, but that will be done. That will be just tied down by the binding. So what I was thinking is, do I need to sew? I don't know how I'm going to hold this, but sew along there. I don't think I need to. I was going to sew along to make that static. I don't know what it's called, so it doesn't move, so it doesn't like slide to one side or whatever. But to be honest, I'm not that fussed. I think that's okay. I quite like that as it is. I don't see why I need to create any more work for myself when there's no need. I was going to sew all the way along. If you're on it, like, and I've done it before on a machine, because I've done that, and then I've just done like a zigzag stitch all the way across, and then it just keeps it in place. But I don't want to use any machine work on this at all, so that's why I was thinking doing it by hand, but I don't think it needs doing. I'm quite happy with it like that. In fact, I love it. That's really good. So then once these sides are done, when I come to do the bottom, sorry, I don't know whether you can see that. When I come to do the bottom, I'll probably just fold it a little bit, just tiny little tucks. And then it'll go, because there's that bit there as well, that'll do something there. So that's kind of how it will look when it's done. Oh, wow. Oh, lovely. I think it's going to be fab. Oh, yeah. Right, okay, sorry. Enough of me oohing and ahhing about it. Okay, so that's that. That's there. I don't think I'm going to do that until the last minute, because that just needs stuffing. And then all I'm using is some polyfill wadding typey stuff. I'm not doing the proper, you know, the way with the ground walnut shells. Walnuts. I think it's walnuts. I'm not doing that anyway. I did have a look to buy some, but they're too expensive, and for the amount of use I'll get out of them, I don't think it was worth it. So I'm happy with wadding. So that's what I'm going to do there. So a bit of polyfill or whatever it's called. So that's that. That's that. Then my next pocket is this one. It's this gorgeous piece of bark cloth. So it's going there because I wanted a little peek at that red. I don't want to cover that red bit up on the ticking. And again, all I'm going to do on this one, because this has already got an edging there, I'm not going to do anything to that, because it's a nice finished edge, so I'm going to leave that. I may just tack it down a little bit just so that it doesn't flap around inside. Should I do that? Just make it secure. I don't want it to be seen through on this side, that was all. I don't think it'll get in the way. I'm going to leave it. So all I'm doing on this one is, again, just going over once and twice. It's just to hide the raw edge. I don't want any raw edges on this one. Not to this time. I do like a raw edge, but not on this because it's going to be used. I just think it'll start fraying and stuff. So better. So just just secure it like that. And then I'm just going to grab a needle. This is just cream sewing thread, like machine thread. It's nothing special. So all I'm going to do on this is just start at this side. I'm going to try just to pick up a couple of strands. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to because it's quite loosely woven, this. Oops. I'm hoping it's not going to be seen too much from the other side, but let's have a go. If it does, there's not a lot I can do about it. This is just a tacking stitch. It's nothing special. Just pick up one thread of the fabric and then over to that side. It's going along. I'm hoping it's not. Yeah, that's okay. Let me just take that pin out and I can show you. I can't really see anything, so that'll be fine. Happy with that? I'm loving this project. I would never have made one of these ever. I don't think I've really noticed them or seen them before or anything. So it's definitely was not on my radar. So that's the beauty of these projects. You know, you going out there and looking what other people are doing, taking part in these sew along project-y type things and doing things that you wouldn't normally do. I think it's great. And this is so useful. I'm going to definitely get my use out of this. I mean, I said when I did the pouch that I would be taking that on holiday with me, and I probably, I could put some bits in it, but this one just seems as though it's going to be so useful for taking a little project on holiday with, because I've got my little project, that's my project pouch, and then, I have one pocket for scissors and threads and stuff. I'm not making a separate scissor holder on mine. I know some people but I just think my scissors are going to go into a pocket. That's kind of what my thing is on this one. I'm not making a scissor pocket. Okay, so I've nearly finished this one. It's been a lovely sunny morning this morning, but it's completely clouded over now and it's starting to get a little bit dull. I don't know whether it's going to rain or not. I hope not, but I've got washing out actually, so I need to keep an eye on that. I can't get it in if it starts to rain. Right, so that's that done. So that will be going there. A lovely pocket. Nice. And then I've got another pocket here. Now this is a piece of curtain, old vintage curtain. So it's got a lining in it. So is that no, that I'm going to have as my bottom part. And then I'm going to do the same again. That's not level, is it? Or is it level? Something's not level there. Either my pocket's not level or this isn't level. I don't know what's happened there. It doesn't matter. I'm not bothered. So this, yeah, so I've done, what am I saying? What am I saying? What am I saying? I'm saying, I've got this edge. So that's just going to be sewn along the edge on there. So it's a nice, lovely edge. And then inside, I'm going to tuck that over. So I don't need all of that. In fact, I could probably cut it off. Because then I'm going to do the same again, just over ½ inch and over again. Do I need to cut? I think I'm going to cut that. I don't need that lining, just that bit off. I'm going to take. Okay, that's that bit off. So, yeah, over and over again, like that. Ouch. That one and that. Oops, there we go. So that's that one. Oh, I know what else I've got to tell you as well. Yeah, so that's there. And then now I did know that this will be a little bit of a squeeze here. I may have to just duck that down a little tiny bit. That can go down a little tiny bit. Unfortunately, those stripes are going to be hidden. What's up in there? Unless I make this pocket a bit smaller. I could make it a little bit smaller, I suppose, couldn't I? Yeah, I'm going to make this pocket a little bit smaller just because I'd like to see those stripes. And also, I've got to put my, let me just take some more of this off. That's not very straight, is it? That's rubbish. Let's try it again. There you go, that's not too bad. Right. Oh yes, an idea for the I wanted a thread holder type thing to hold some bobbins. And I've had a couple of people, I think it was 2 people, gave me a really good idea and said, why don't you use sewing machine bobbins instead, because they're smaller and might fit a bit better. So I've had a look and I think that's what I'm going to do. So let me just see how this pocket's looking. Is that any better? Come on. Oh, let's go over this way. Right, that, there. Yes. Okay, so that's going to go something like that. I may actually just take it a tiny little bit more, make it a little bit smaller, because it's still bigger than that one. So yeah, I'm going to make that a little bit smaller. I won't do it now, but yeah, so that's how it's going to go. Yes, so here, I want what ribbon have I got? I'm not using ribbon, but I just wanted to show you what. Right, hang on. Oh dear, everything's too long. I'm trying to pull it out and it's massively long. Right, okay. So I'm not using this, but for example, when this is folded over, the ribbon's going to be caught in there. Okay, then I'm going to have this, and I'm going to have a button here, and I'm going to wrap my ribbon or something, whatever, round the button. And then, yeah, so sewing, I've got this here. This is where I keep all my sewing machine bobbins. So, and they're so much easier to thread as well. Thread through the whatever I use, like this. Obviously I'll have to take off the, I don't think I've got any free ones. They've all got threads on them, but I could take some off and have a few of these inside to put threads on. So kind of like that. I mean, you could fit loads on, couldn't you? Like that kind of thing. So it'll be attached there, and then there'll be a button here that you wrap around, and then obviously you can take them on and off, or you can leave them on there, and then when you want to use them, kind of go and pull. So I thought it was a super idea, so I'm pinching that idea. So thank you for suggesting it. That's what I'm going to do. When I get time to unravel some of those, and that will go on there. Or not that one, but I'm not, excuse me, I haven't decided what thing I'm going to use. So I think someone suggested elastic, which may be an idea. I don't know. We'll see. That will come next time. But yeah, so that's it so far. So I've made a little bit more progress. And so, yeah, I am going to now, so I'm going to use a contrasting thread. I need my threads. Not that, but I may use a whole 6 strands, I think, to keep it quite chunky. And then I'm going to either use, I don't know, either the colour like this. That would look nice. Oh, yeah, that would look lovely. Kind of this, but not this one, because this is too thin. I want a thicker. I wonder if I've got anything in my sewing threads. Not sure what I've got. Let's have a quick look. This needs organising really, because it's a bit of a mess. I don't know whether there's going to be anything in here, or whether I need to have a look. I think I probably need to have a look in all my other threads that I've got. Maybe the pearl A threads or something like that, because I can't immediately see anything like that. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to, anyway, so let me just move those out of the way. Sorry about that, I'm getting distracted. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So do that, sort the pockets out, sort the pocket size out there, and then I'm going to be thinking, I'm going to canvas stitch this one, I think, this red one. I just think it will look nice, like a quilty effect. And then I'm thinking about, am I going to put lace on? Maybe across the top. What have I got? So I've got some lovely lace. Oh yeah, look at that. That's a lovely lace, isn't it? So something like that. Across the top, maybe. The only problem is it's hiding those 2 rosebuds, and I love those rosebuds, so I'm not sure. I could do it that way. I've got some, what else have I got? Just looking off the top of my, possibly not, it's a bit too bulky. I don't want to go too bulky. Got that colour as well, what would that do to it? Too much? It doesn't really go, does it? No, not that. I've got this gold, I've got this gold trim. That would look quite nice. Trim the pockets. Yeah, I think I am going to trim the pockets. Just these 2, not the ruched one, I think. But yeah, so I'm going to be looking for trims and So that's, I think I'm going to leave it at that for today. I'm going to go away. I'm going to blanket stitch that. If I can find a cut, that would be a nice colour, wouldn't it? That kind of colour there, something like that. Or do I go for the, oh, I don't know, probably the pink, maybe, I don't know. Camphor stitch that down, and then I'll be back to, can't remember how many more weeks we've got. Have we got 2 more weeks after this? I don't think next week is the one that we finish it on, is it? So next week I'll probably come back and do some embellishment, and yeah, embellishment next week. Then the last week we'll be putting it all together, I think. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, and also how I'm going to so once that's done, I mean, I think it's going to be quite bulky, but I don't mind. I like that. I'm probably going to need something to fasten it with, aren't I? And I mean, what have I got? I don't know. I'm not sure. I did a buckle last time, didn't I, for that other, for the pouch. Do I do like sari silk or ribbon around it and just tie it, or do I have a button? I don't know. So that's another thing that I'll have to think about as well then. So okay, I'm going to leave it there, I think. So that's all for today. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed watching what I've been doing and whatnot. Good luck with yours if you're doing one as well. And I'll hopefully see you next time. So take care in the meantime. Okay, bye bye.